In this video, we will discuss excise taxes on non-essential services. So, isa lang ang binubuwisan na kinoconsider as non-essential service, which is invasive cosmetic procedures. So, ang tax rate is 5%, okay, based sa gross receipts. So, let's see how the tax code defines invasive cosmetic procedures. So, sige, punta muna tayo sa Revenue Regulation 2-2019. Okay. So, as you can see, may iba't ibang mga terms na ginamit dito. May plastic surgery, cosmetic surgery, reconstruct, etc. So, let's differentiate them. First, we have plastic surgery. So, ang plastic surgery, it's more of a general term. Ito yung pinaka-general term sa kanilang lahat. Okay? So, plastic surgery encompasses both cosmetic and reconstructive surgery. Okay? So, sige, basahin natin. Plastic surgery shall refer to a surgical specialty or procedure concerned with the restoration, construction, reconstruction, or improvement in the form, function, and appearance of a body structure that are missing, defective, damaged, or misshapen. So, it encompasses both reconstructive and cosmetic or aesthetic surgery. So kung for example sa problem nakalagay lang plastic surgery, we need to be very careful. Okay, we need to look for more information kasi plastic surgery can mean cosmetic and it can also mean reconstructive surgery. And there's a difference sa dalawa. Okay? Again, plastic surgery is a more general term. Okay? Now let's go to more specific kinds of surgery. Etong cosmetic and etong reconstructive surgery. Now, ano bang difference ng dalawa? Okay, may dalawang points. First is yung purpose. Okay, yung isa pang aesthetic lang, yung isa naman, life na ang nakasalalay dito. Okay, this one is, it aims to restore life. Ito naman, kapag mag-undergo ka ng ganitong surgery, you risk your life. Okay, so another thing is, yung isa is binubuwisan, yung isa naman ay exempt. Okay. So, sige, let's start. Basahin natin, ano nga ba tong cosmetic surgery? It shall refer to a type of plastic surgery that aims to improve a person's appearance through invasive cosmetic procedures, surgeries, and body enhancements directed solely on improving, altering, or enhancing the person's appearance. Ito yung main keyword dito, guys. And do not necessarily promote the proper functions of the body or prevent or treat illness or disease. Okay? So, for example, gusto kong magpatangos ng ilong. Does that count as cosmetic surgery? Yes. Okay? Kasi wala namang practical use ang mas matangos na ilong. Another is, for example, gusto ko maging pouty ang lip ko. Okay? So, does that count as cosmetic surgery? Siyempre naman, kasi wala namang practical use ang mas malaking labi. Okay? So, how about if kailangan akong i-amputate dahil diabetic ako at para hindi kumalat ang infeksyon? Okay? So, does that count as cosmetic surgery? How about tumor na kailangang tanggalin? Okay? So, how about conjoined twins na kailangang paghiwalayin? Okay? So, hindi na siya part dito sa cosmetic surgery. Baka ibang klaseng surgery ito siya. Okay, sige, basahin natin. Ano naman tong reconstructive surgery? Okay? So, the tax code defines reconstructive surgery shall refer to another type of plastic surgery which aims to improve function and give a normal appearance to a part of a person's body that has been damaged, ameliorate a deformity arising from or directly related to a congenital, meaning since birth, or developmental defect or abnormality, a personal injury resulting from accident or trauma, or disfiguring disease, tumor, virus, or infection. So, examples nito, yung kanina nabanggit ko na may mga nag-amputate dahil may sakit, okay, to save their life. Pwede din magpapatanggal ng tumor. Okay, so meron din mga females na nagpapatanggal ng kanilang breast kasi yung isa is infected with breast cancer. So again, itong klaseng surgeries na to, hindi siya aesthetic lang. Okay, hindi siya mainly for aesthetic purposes. It aims to save life. Okay? So for example, ayun yung mga examples na binigay ko, no? So again, isa sa mga mnemonic dito is yung purpose. If yung purpose is for aesthetic purposes lang, then cosmetic yun. And ito yung tinatax. Samantalang yung reconstructive surgery, it aims to save your life. So again, another thing na uh, yung reconstructive surgery is hindi pinapatawan ng tax, by the way. So, ano pa ba ang mnemonic ko dito? So, pwedeng isipin nyo na yung reconstructive surgery, it aims to save a life, while cosmetic surgery, you risk your life. Okay? So, for example, mga Botox augmentation. So, syempre, risky yun na procedure. Okay? So, yun. Next, again, balik tayo dito, no? Check na tayo dito sa cosmetic. Now, define naman natin what counts as invasive. Okay. So, sige, check natin. Invasive cosmetic procedure shall refer to a cosmetic surgery that is carried out by entering the body through the skin. Okay, so magkakaroon ka ng incision or ng cut sa skin, or through a body cavity or anatomical opening, but with the smallest damage possible to these structures. So, nagbigay ng examples si revenue regulation, no? Sige, check natin ano ba yung common denominator nilang lahat. First is liposuction. So, again, itong liposuction, hindi yan siya pampataba ng lips. Okay, I learned that the hard way. It sucks taba out of the client. Okay? So, yun. Next, mammoplasty. So, babaguhin yung size ng suso. Okay, pwede siyang gawing mas malaki. Okay? Or pwede siyang gawing mas maliit. So, depende. Next is breast lift. Okay, para to sa mga boobs na nagasag. Okay? Next, buccal fat removal. So, dito, tatanggalin yung fat sa may chin. Botox augmentation, pampalaki ng butt, etc. etc. Now, ano ba yung common denominator nilang lahat? Okay, so to carry out these procedures, at least you will have a scar or it will leave a cut. It will leave a scar, okay, kasi ikakat yan, okay? Invasive nga eh, 'di ba? So, it's a complicated and it's a risky procedure, okay? Yeah, kaya siya tinawag na invasive. So, next. Okay, check pa natin tong mga examples dito. So, chin augmentation, okay, facelift, thread lift, embedded protein threads, hair restoration, eyelid surgery, and Tony Fowler surgery, etc. etc. Rhinoplasty sa ilong, okay, autografting, abdominoplasty or tummy tuck, pampalit ng tiyan, and autoplasty sa tenga. Okay, so again, this list is not exhaustive. It's not exclusive. Okay? Ibig sabihin, examples lang ang binigay dito. So, sir, what if may nakita ako sa problem? Tapos, hello, wala naman yun sa, sa listahan. Again, you have to use your professional judgment here. Okay? If you think that it's invasive or it will require a cut, at least, then it's invasive. Okay? So, next. Check naman natin tong non-invasive cosmetic procedure. So again, ang tinatax lang dito is yung invasive. So pag non-invasive siya, kahit cosmetic procedure pa yan, hindi yan papatawan ng excise tax. Okay, so sige, let's read. It shall refer to a conservative treatment that does not require an incision or cut into the body or the removal of tissue, or when no break in the skin is created and there is no contact with mucosa or skin break or internal body cavity beyond a natural or artificial body orifice. Okay? So, non-invasive cosmetic procedures shall include but not limited to the following. Again, okay, nagbigay lang ng example si tax code. Okay? So, if hindi nyo makita yung treatment dito, okay, then you have to use your judgment. Invasive ba siya or non-invasive? Okay, sige. Check natin lahat ng ito. Ano yung common denominator nila? First, itong acupuncture rejuvenation therapy. So again, no, yung acupuncture familiar naman tayo, no? It's yung tinutusukan ka ng mga needles. Okay? So, yun. Next, ano naman tong air dissector? So, ganito po ang itsura ng air dissector, no? Pampatanggal ng acne. Okay, so ginagamitan lang siya ng air or ng hangin or specifically compressed air. Okay, used in cosmetic procedures that utilizes compressed air to separate layers of the skin. So, ang purposes niya ay acne scar treatment. Okay, so as you can see, hindi naman niya kailangan ng cut sa skin. Next, botulinum toxin injection, also known as Botox. So, yung Botox kasi, in-injectionan ka lang ng toxin para mag-stretch or mawala yung wrinkles. So, ano bang common dito sa lahat ng examples na binigay ng tax code? It is non-invasive. Ibig sabihin, it does not require a scar. It does not require a cut. Okay? So, again, ang tinatax ng tax code dito, ang tinatax is dapat invasive, and second, it should be for cosmetic purposes only. Kung kulang lang ng isa, for example, non-invasive siya, kahit cosmetic pa yan, hindi yan siya itatax or walang excise tax dyan. Second, if for example, invasive siya pero hindi naman siya cosmetic, for example, reconstructive surgery, then hindi din siya papatawan ng excise tax. So sige, again, it should be invasive and it should be cosmetic. Now, yung basis natin dito is 5% ng gross receipts. We also need to take note that it should be net of excise tax. Okay, so ibig sabihin, hindi kasali yung excise tax dapat sa price, okay, or sa gross receipts, and dapat hindi rin kasali pa yung VAT. Okay? So, if sa problem nakalagay na inclusive of VAT, kailangan tanggalin natin yun. Okay? So, sige, let's compute. Tulungan natin si Dr. Becky Villoa, a fictional character. Kung may resemblance man siya in any sa mga totoong tao, then it's purely coincidental. Next, sige, tulungan natin siya. For the year 2025, okay, so they kasi Villoa Medical Group, okay, so they performed the following procedures. So try to answer this problem on your own. You may pause the video to answer. So sige, check natin. Liposuction. So there were 150 customers or clients na nagpatanggal ng taba paying 50,000 pesos each. Each yan ha. So ibig sabihin, magkano yung excise tax natin? So sige, let's start. 50,000 pesos per procedure. Tapos ang tax dyan or ang excise tax dyan is 5%. Okay? So again, ang binigay dito is net, buti na lang, naka-net na daw ng VAT and excise taxes. Again, if merong VAT dito na included, dapat tanggalin natin siya. Okay? Times 0. So 50,000 times 5%. Okay? Times ilang procedures ba yung ginawa? 150 times. So, kailangan niyang magbayad ng 375,000 pesos. So, another question na pwedeng tanungin sa board exam or sa mga exams is, sino ang dapat na magbayad? Si Dr. Becky Villoa or si customer? Again, yung hahabulin ng BIR dito at ang dapat na magbayad is ang doctor. Okay? So, same lang dun sa non-essential goods, no, na hindi yan ilalabas sa factory hanggat hindi nagbabayad ng excise tax. Okay? So, ang hahabulin is si manufacturer. So, sa non-essential services, ang hahabulin is si service provider. Okay? So, ang magbabayad dito at statutorily and economically liable ay si doctor or yung magpa-perform ng procedure. Next, Botox augmentation. So, nagbayad sila ng 150,000. Okay? And the hospital, okay, performed it 25 times. So, that's 150,000 times 5% times 25 times. Okay, so that's 187,500. Next, eyelid surgery. So, sige, again ha, dito yun sa eyes and it will really require some scar or it will really require a cut. So, that's 90,000 times 5% times 62. So that's 279,000. Okay. Next, rhinoplasty, pampatangos ng ilong. So, yung gross receipts is 75,000. Okay? Times 5% times 156 times. So, that's 585,000. So, ang daming gustong magpatangos ng ilong. Okay. Next, Botox. So, again, yung Botox, diba, i-injectionan ka lang naman ng botulinum toxin. So, it's non-invasive. So, again, yung tax natin dito ay wala. Excise tax. Okay? Next, reconstructive surgery. So, hindi na ako naging very specific, no? Parang kinompile ko na lang silang lahat. Okay? So, again, pag reconstructive surgery, kahit invasive pa yan siya, pero hindi naman siya cosmetic, then ang tax natin ay 0. So, kung ito total natin tong lahat, it should equal to 1,426,500. So, in-add ko na yun siya paaman, guys. Parang cooking show lang. So, sige, i-add natin just to confirm, no? So, that's 375,000 plus 187,500 plus 279,000 plus 585,000. So, that's 1,426,500. So, ganyan lang siya kasimple, guys. Okay? So, sa susunod na video, we will discuss excise taxes on sweetened beverages. So, see you sa susunod na video.